afternoon, everyone. We have just 2 minutes. We're waiting for every other attendee who would like to join. And exactly by what this webinar. Good afternoon, everyone, once again. I am Oluwatosin Adeomi, a product manager at GuruGeeks Realty Limited. At GuruGeeks, we are a digital tech transformation solution provider specializing in creating strategic products and services that enhance productivity, accountability, cost effectiveness, customers' experience, and satisfaction for startups, SMEs, and large-scale organizations. Our team are seasoned tech experts that have years of experience in various areas, including IT cloud services, software design, and development. We also have operations and business support systems, and we also offer modern workspace implementation with M365. Welcome again to our webinar today. Today, we're going to be talking on navigating supply chain industry trends and opportunities. We are so delighted and glad to have you join us today. Webinar, we're going to be having two speakers. One of our speakers is Abolore Nofiu, who is a tech sales. Other is David Oyelayo, a well-seasoned technical consultant and cloud engineer. Well, I would just say prepare to be engaged in a very informative session, and let us grab our pens and notepads. And just to throw this in also, after the presentation, we'll be having a question and answer session. So please jot down your questions, or preferably, you can put it in the chat box. So thank you very much, and let's welcome Abolore Nofiu to the mic. Abolore, over to you, please.
Thank you very much for that beautiful introduction, Tosin. And we'd like to bid everyone welcome to our webinar today, and we hope you have a wonderful time. The title of our webinar is pretty straightforward, and that is navigating the supply chain industry, and as well the trends and opportunities that comes with that. So to dive into what supply chain is. To keep it simple, supply chain is the network of businesses involved in the process of creating a product or services and then delivering that product to the customer. From where you source your materials down to your distributors, down to your production, that is what supply chain basically is all about. Now, what are the different key sections in supply chain? Supply chain involves basically just your suppliers who supply your raw materials that will then be transformed into your finished goods. And also when you get source for this said raw materials and then it is transformed, you want to be able to transport said materials to your final retailers who will then sell it to your final consumers. And also we have logistics providers who ensure that you are actually transferring those products from the point of production down to your retailers, then down to your consumers. And lastly, you have information technology, which are the systems that are used to track and manage supply chain. And that is where GuruGeeks as a tech company comes in, due to the as a result of offering tech solutions that you can use to transform your supply chain business, and not just your supply chain, your entire business as a whole. Now, there are various strengths in the supply chain network, and we have one of them as digitalization. During the days of old, a lot of people have always operated like manual systems, and what we bring into the game is to ensure that you move from a manual way of working into a more digitalized way of working with the use of our Excel application, which would provide you real-time visibility into your inventory levels, forecast what your sales is expected to be for the foreseeable future, and also enhance transparency and security within your business. Because we ensure we build that no matter where you are in the world, either in Nigeria or you're in the UK or anywhere you are in the world, you will still be able to, with the use of our system, you'll be able to still operate your business without any hassle. And lastly, customer experience. You can never overemphasize the need to enhance your customer experience by providing them visibility into their orders using an order management system, like a proper e-commerce platform, and also tailoring the products and services to their own needs. And lastly, offering a seamless shopping experience. And lastly, also we have sustainability. You want to ensure that your products are sustainable, and that's why you need good insight into your supply chain. And again, that is where GuruGeeks products XCEL comes into place. And what are some of the emerging opportunities within supply chain? Particularly, inventory management for all businesses is very, very key. You want to ensure that you have good insight into your inventory, such that when you're making a sale or when you're taking supply from all your distributors within your supply chain, you're able to track that particular inventory within your chain of business. Also, another emerging opportunity is enhanced customer experience through personalized rewards and incentives. What we make sure to do is that you're not just selling your product to your customers now, you're enhancing their experience through a properly built e-commerce system. And also, you are providing convenient in-store payment method to your customers. So either you have customers who are walking into your store to purchase your products, or you have customers who are shopping online. We've ensured that we provide them through our system. We've ensured that we provide them very, very easy and convenient payment method to be able to close their sales with ease. And lastly, as a business, it is very important to be able to analyze your sales and customer data such that you'll be able to make informed decisions. An example is tracking your income statement, your expense statement as well. As you're making a sale, you're able to track that easily, and also as you're incurring expenses within the business, you're also able to track said expenses. And with that insight, you'll be able to make informed decisions. And all that will provide you valuable insight into your business. And like I said, our system, XCEL, will provide you valuable insight, which will be, of course, will be demonstrating the application to you in some few minutes, and you see what we're talking about in practicality. So that's the major insight we want to give to you into your supply chain, from transforming your products from raw materials to the final products, to all the key networks within your supply chain, to your distributors, to your logistics, down to the supply chain trends, and finally to emerging opportunities within supply chain, which our product XCEL will be providing you more insight into. Now I'm going to be passing the baton to my colleague David to give you more information about our cloud, about our application securities. Over to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody, once again. My name is David Oyelayo, as you guys have been informed initially. So basically, as my colleague mentioned earlier, we're going to be using Excel as a sample application test case. So Excel application is a retail application with e-commerce capabilities. So we want to show you how to manage your supply chain. So, but I know one of the most important questions you guys will have is, how am I going to deploy this Excel application? Where has it been deployed? So basically, we can satisfy any of the options. We have two options. Is either you can go for the cloud model where we have this scalable and secure and relatable for large and small scale operations where we can just deploy on the cloud. You don't have to manage the infrastructures. We can manage that for you, or even you can deploy it on your end, but you don't have access to the infrastructure itself. And the other option you have is the on-premise. So this for organization where maybe they have compliance they have to follow, so they have to deploy maybe on their own personal data center. So we also make that possible for them. Also, I know one of the most important factor on your mind is, how does GuruGeeks handle my data security? Using Excel, how do I ensure my data security? So you don't need to worry. So one of the things we have implemented is the strict access to zero policy access to. You have access to only what you need to. And we have also ensured encryption, even for your data, even at rest and while in motion too. So you don't need to worry about your data security. You're always secured. And also, let's move to site reliability engineer. So basically, what we're discussing here is, how are we monitoring your the Excel application? So we use automated tools and real-time monitoring to always monitor your application. And we also do consistent security update and patches. So you're always on the safe side. So lastly, without wasting much of our time, infrastructure maintenance life cycle. So one of the things we also handle for you that you don't need to worry about is, oh, how resilient is my data? If there's a crash in the application, what happens to my data? So basically, we have the automated backup and recovery already implemented, so you don't need to worry. And one thing we have done to ensure is the data replication. So you can even see from our images that where we have separate box. So I don't need to worry, oh, if this server is down, how will my application keep running? So at every point in time, it doesn't matter which data center is not active as a cloud provider, your data is always, you always have access to the application. So we implement the world best replication strategies, all acceptable all over the world strategies to maintain, oh, you always have access to the application. So thank you. So that's basically it from me. So without wasting most of your time, I'm going to be giving the mic button back to our anchor, so she take you through the next session. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, David. So moving on, we will be talking on the main advantages of Excel. I'm sure you're all aware of apps, but the unique is that its advantages lies in its abilities to effectively manage working and online customers, as compared to other retail apps that we're aware about. And this is setting us apart from the other solutions that we have out there. As we can see on our screen, some of the features, in fact, quite a number of features are listed here. And Excel is on the winning side. We have business management dashboard, we have the e-commerce platform, we have advanced inventory, we have low stock alerts, we have outlet restocking, and we have custom orders. We have we most of the features that have been listed on our screen. So Excel is a combination of not just retail, but a combination of retail and e-commerce. And that is a major advantage for any business owner to have. And I believe one of my speakers, Abolore, you will see what exactly I'm talking about. Abolore, please let's show our viewers the beautiful product. Thank you.
Very much so, Saint. Give me a moment, let me pull up the application part.
So while we have the app come up, please, if you have any questions, let's not forget to drop it in the chat box. If you're not feeling so confident to put it in the chat box, sorry, you can bring them up. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you, Tosin. And this is what, afternoon again, once everyone, this is what Excel application looks like, just right out of the back. And we are so excited to share this application with you. And we're excited at the opportunity that this application will be providing to our users. And honestly, we cannot wait for you to try it out. So this is the business dashboard of the application, just like Tosin had mentioned before. And so okay. As a case study, I think I can see the moment Mr. Charles on the call. So Charles runs an electronics business. Oh, and by the way, congratulations on setting up your business. So we're going to be using you as a case study to walk our audience through the Excel application. So as a business owner who uses Excel application, the first thing you want to do is say, set up your branch management settings. And, like Tosin had said, Excel has multi-branch feature such that you can manage multiple branches within this particular application now. And you can see warehouse settings, outlet settings, staff settings, shipping details, KPIs, and then preferences. Now, to manage multiple warehouses, you just need to come to your warehouse settings here and fill in the required form, and that will be taken into the system. And the same thing applies to your outlets as well. We made sure the application is very simple to use, and you don't really require so much technical capability, technical expertise to be able to use the application. And to set up multiple outlets within the system, all you have to do is just come to outlets, and using this action button here, you can detail out the name of your outlet, the address, and the state that your outlet is located at. Now, we understand that some of our audiences might not necessarily be from Nigeria alone. Some of you might be from maybe the UK, and we have also ensured that you can do multiple locations. You can run the application from multiple locations as well, or anywhere you are in the world. And to do that, you just have to come to preferences, and then you select the country that you're in, say Nigeria or the UK, and also select your currency type as well. So either you are transacting in Naira or you're transacting in pounds. And once that has been done, then you can track your inventory properly. Like I said, Mr. Charles runs an electronics business, and he wants to set up his inventory for sales. Now, to do that, you just have to click on the action button to add the category, and we have already inputted some of these categories in there in the system for you. So you can see electronics category here, and if you want to add so an item into your catalog proper, you just have to come to the module here and select product items. So here we've made it simple as well. If you need to add an item into your entire business chain, you just need to click on this action button here and then add an item into your inventory. And don't worry, this is not a repeated activity. Once you've done it once, you don't have to keep repeating it all the time, because you just need to keep supplying that particular product to your chain of business. And you can see here we're tracking your item name as a product name, the category, your minimum stock level, maximum stock level, just to be able to streamline your reorder process. And of course, the item weight and batch number, the price you bought the particular product, and the selling price. And of course, this is an audit trail feature to be able to know when you actually created this particular item. So as I was saying before, you can do multi-branching within the system. So here, you can do multi-branching within the system, so you can track multiple locations within just this particular application now. And to do that, you just have to come to inventory, and these are all of the warehouses and the outlet that Mr. Charles has in his chain of business. So if you want to look at the inventory within, let's say, maybe Wuse outlet, you just have to come to Wuse outlet here, select it, and it's going to be seeing all the items that he has in that particular inventory. And also, we've implemented a low stock level notification so that you can see which particular item are low in stock. So you have at least real-time data and factual insight into how your business is actually doing. So if you're low in stock, say 0 stock level now, you can be able to see that. And the blinking light just ensures that you know that these particular items are low in stock. And also, we built an e-commerce platform as part of our solution. And your e-commerce platform has a separate sort of online inventory, and this is where you can see it. That's why I've clicked on online inventory here, and this is what your online inventory looks like. And this particular product, we're going to be showing you how it is displayed on the e-commerce platform in just a minute. And that's pretty much everything about inventory. There are loads of features in there, but because of time, we don't want to have to walk you through everything. Now, supply. Since this particular session is focused majorly on supply chain, we understand that you would want to do like supply to maybe any of the chain of business. So Mr. Charles wants to supply some of his electronics products to, say, maybe any of his warehouses or any of his outlets now. And to do that, all he has to do is to just come to supply and then create a supply proper. By doing so, he can select the recipient outlet or warehouse that he wants to supply to. So here you have all the warehouses he has in his chain of business, and also all the outlets he has in his chain of business. So if you select, say, he wants to supply maybe Wuse Market Store, you just have to click on Wuse, save it, and then the application will route you through where you're going to be doing your supply. If I create a supply now, just give it a second to load up. I think I just have a slight network downtime. Okay, let me just go to supply client now. So we also understand that you might be
Hello.
I think I just have a bit of it. Back. Apologies, everyone. I think we're back online now. Okay, so to supply your some of the clients that you have in the system, it's pretty simple. You just have to come to the supply module here, click supply clients, and system route you to a modal where you can select the customer you want to supply to. So at this point, Mr. Charles wants to supply, say, Mr. Manu, and you just click on Mr. Manu, and then Mr. Manu already has the supply with us. So let's just use Mr. Olamide as an example. All right, so this is what your supply looks like. And here you can select any product you want to supply to Mr. Olamide Kelvin. And if you select, maybe you're supplying your Furman generator to him, you just select a quantity that you want to supply to him. And also, we ensure to not make the system so rigid. We want it to be so flexible for you to use. So in this case, we're supplying to Mr. Olamide, and he says, oh, while we have a price range of, say, 280K, what if Mr. Olamide wants to negotiate and says, oh, I can only afford maybe 270K per unit? So it's simple. You just have to toggle this set price manually feature, and you can set your price here manually for Mr. Olamide, who is a regular customer. And when you add the product, it populates here, and you can close out that supply. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and we'll attend to it. Okay. Okay, give me a moment. So just for the sake of understanding, we have created some other supplies within the system. So here you have another that we have to Mr. Olayemi, and also some of the items that we have for Mr. Manuel. So here you can track all the supplies, right, from your tracking the payments, the shipments as well, and also your payments. So also, there are times when your customers would want to move to, okay, your customers would want to maybe request products from you, and that's why we have supply requests here. And again, we want to ensure that you're tracking your accounting proper, and that's why we have an account type, a chart of account, and then an expense feature here within the application, just so you can track all the income and the expenditure that you're running within the application. And the major module, which is sales, as a business, you want to be able to track all the sales that you're making within the application. And that's why you have your sales history, your sales chart, and then your online sales from the e-commerce platform as part of the solution here. So here, if I show you what our sales chart looks like. So Ikeja main, you can see the sales that are coming from Ikeja main warehouse now, and the total amount that is the unit that the outlet is doing. So let me just show you what the chart is like. And as you can see, these are our top 5 sales. You can see that we've sold Ferman generator, we sold about 6 units, and we sold our top freezer, we sold about 5 units there. And these are just wonderful insights so that you know how your business is doing proper. And with this information now, you know, oh, we're doing very well on generator sales, and we're doing fairly okay on top freezer sales as well. And that is just valuable insight there for you, so you know where to focus your sales activity on. And now, without any further ado, I'm just going to be showing you what the e-commerce platform looks like. So here, if you have a lot of customers who shop online, you just want to want to be able to take orders from that particular platform as well. And if I continue as a guest, you're going to be seeing all the list of items that Mr. Charles is selling within his chain of business. Again. Okay, so as an e-shopper now, this is what, say, Mr. Charles's customers want to purchase any of this item. It's very simple, really, just like you're using your good old your e-commerce, where you select a product and then you add them to your cart and you check out. And like I mentioned before, we've configured various other payment process platforms in the system for you. And if you have some more, if you have other payment platforms that you want to accept as a business, we're more than happy to implement that for you as well. So I'm buying a blender for my wife or anybody in my family, and I just select blender. I've seen all the description, and I want to proceed to check out the particular order here. So the system would want me to create an account because I continued as a guest before. So let me just sign into my account. Okay. I don't think I need to be walking us through the process of checkout, but it's pretty simple. You just have to select your order and then fill in your shipping address and complete the order after you filled in all the required input field here. And then, like I said, the system allows multiple payment platforms, so you could choose either your PayPal account or your debit or credit card account. Again, if you have any other payment platform that you would want to accept, we are more than happy to implement that for you. So after an order has been created, as a business owner, now Mr. Charles wants to actually see this particular order and how it plays into his own side of the application. And all he has to do is to just come to sales, check out online sales, and all the sales that he has made from his e-commerce platform will then come here on this particular screen. Let me just demonstrate that. in the order. And you can see this is just a demonstration on one payment platform that we have actually integrated with the solution. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the e-commerce platform. And again, here's where you do all your shipping from, since the session is particularly focused on supply chain, because you can track all your shipping processes from the point of entry down to when they are actually delivered to your customers proper. And again, that's pretty much it for our e-commerce platform and the XCEL application. Over to you, Tosin.
Thank you very much, Ibi. Thank you very much, David. So we will be opening the floor for any questions. If you have questions, check the chat box. There is no, but please, if you have any questions, the floor. And please, if you're going to leave, who to give us one or two insights. But before then, we just want to receive questions from anyone who has one. Thank you very much. Okay, waste our time. I just want to notify us that there's a form for everyone to fill. I'm trusting that filling out details and we will send and so without further ado, I would like to welcome Engineer Femi. Okay, sorry.
Okay, I apologize. I think you have a slight issue with your audio there. So good afternoon again, everybody. So so in the chat, please, you can see a simple form. So please, if you can help us fill in the form to fill in the form, so you can have access to the full product brochure with the pricing, and our sales teams can follow up. Please, God bless you. As you do that, please, just ensure we do that. So as Tosin was saying, we're going to be passing the mic to, if there are no questions, is there any question from anybody, please, before we go ahead? Question from anyone? I can see we have some of our guests. We have SC on the call. Klaus, how are you guys doing? How are you doing? Klaus, SC. Can you hear me?
All right, so it seems we're getting the messages in the chat. Okay, thank you very much, David. Thank you, Abolore, Tosin, and the rest of the planning team. I want to say massive well done. That was a great presentation. That was really, really wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing information about the XCEL products and then the trends and opportunities when it comes to supply chain and sales and helping businesses to thrive. Thank you so much for the information. This was really, really useful. I want to say massive thanks to everyone who have also joined us. We appreciate you here at GuruGeeks. This is where technology basically meets passion. We enjoy what we do. We're enthusiastic experts. And we can see charts coming in there. Thank you so much for that. We've just as David mentioned, there's a form, a simple online form there. So the form is just to help capture your name and email address and just to get your feedback about the session. And in case you are interested in getting the product brochure for the XCEL retail application, that we'll use those details to get back to you. And in case you want to know more about the pricing model and how we can even help you to maybe further customize the application will be able to do that for you as well. So we're very flexible. Everything you've seen here, it's basically fully customized, and it can be further even enhanced for your own dynamic business operation. So we'll keep it there. But if you're brave and bold enough, you can ask a question here. If not, David will put in our contact email address. We have a business email address where you can basically send in further inquiries. You can ask even questions about the product or any other aspect of the presentation, and we'll be happy to attend to you. So, any other person? So, Klaus, I can see you've mentioned, you said good, doing great. Thank you so much for that response. We don't know who SE is, but it's fine if you don't want to speak now. We can always get back to us. David, can you put our email address in the chat so that our guests can get that, and then they can send us more information after the session? If not, I think we'll just wrap up the session so that we don't hold people down unnecessarily. But in summary, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been involved in this and the entire team at GuruGeeks. It's a pleasure to be doing this, and we'll be doing another webinar very soon. We have basically a planned webinar with Mr. Paul Fall, who is member of the Sales Council at Forbes, and is a special person. Is a professional when it comes to sales and business development. He's going to be joining us at about 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. tonight, using the same Zoom link. You can join us and listen to other sales experts who are going to be even speaking more about how you can build your business with the XCEL application as well. So thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you. Thank you.